One of the biggest talking points we've seen coming out of Republicans as we get closer and closer to the midterms, now just a couple days away, is that if you vote for Democrats, it's going to tank the economy. Republicans have done a phenomenal job creating jobs, keeping the economy booming. Corporations are pulling in record profits. Big banks are actually making more money than ever. And if we elect Democrats, all of that goes away. Now, of course, those talking points ignore the fact that this economic boom actually started under the Obama administration, and he's basically the reason it's as good as it is today. Some of it is obviously Trump's economy. You got to give him that. In fact, last month, October, data just came out this morning from the Labor Department. In October, we added 250,000 new jobs, record high right there for this administration. Wages went slightly up. Economy, technically, according to the Labor Department, Republicans, and all available statistics, is doing its best since it has since 2009. But here's the problem. Those statistics don't dig any deeper than just counting who has a job and who doesn't have a job. And the number of people who do not have a job is about to get much, much higher. Major corporations in the United States have announced recently that they're going to be laying off thousands upon thousands of workers in the very near future. Ironically, these companies have also posted record profits this year, and that's still not enough to save the jobs of thousands of American workers. And these are good jobs. GM, largest automaker in the United States, for example, is offering 18,000 employees a buyout, which means they're voluntarily going up to 18,000 employees saying, listen, if you agree to leave, and these are only apply to people who've been there for over 12 years and are working salary, if you agree to leave, quit your job right now, we'll give you X amount of money. They're trying to buy off people to get them to quit, because if not, eventually they're going to be laid off. And then that looks bad on the company. They just had, 18,000 layoffs, as opposed to, wow, 18,000 people were given a severance and they agreed to leave and go find employment elsewhere. If you get laid off, you qualify for unemployment benefits. And so the companies are trying to save face. They're trying to make everything look like it's okay. But deep down, they're trying to cut workers. And that's not being counted in this so-called economic recovery, not to mention the fact that wages for average American workers have actually fallen. We make less today than we did 10 years ago. Those numbers aren't being properly counted because when you factor in the wages of the top 1% that have reached a record high, they're now pulling in over $700,000 a year on average. So yeah, that's going to average out to a wage increase, even though it only goes to the top 1%. But that's something the statistics don't tell you. You have to dig a little deeper. And that is exactly what this administration is afraid of. They're afraid that if people understand that massive layoffs are coming, if they understand that people have lost their jobs due to the trade wars, and if they understand that their wages aren't actually going up, they're just being averaged in to the increases for the top 1%, then they might actually understand that, yeah, there may be an economic recovery, but it's only happening for those at the top.